Well, let me tell you what, this right here is what the Love of the Hunt is all about. You know, I'm here on my back deck of my house. I've got my cutting board set up here, got my High Mountain seasonings, got my Bradley smoker over here in the corner. One of my favorite things to do is to cut fresh steaks. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut these things about 2 inches thick. And this is right off the top round. I'm going to cut these 2 great big thick steaks that you see here. Now we'll take the jacquard here and we're just going to pound these down and we're going to tenderize them until we get them down to about 1 inch thick. This is just a needle tenderizer. All it does is break down those muscle fibers, similar to what you do whenever you're using one of the hammers that you might have in your kitchen. We'll lay these slices of top round that we've tenderized right on there. We'll take a little bit of High Mountain steak rub. We're going to put that right across the top of our steaks, just like that. You can hear that grill searing up on those steaks. Shut the lid, we'll flip them over, give them about a medium rare, and we'll have some good fresh venison while we're cutting up the rest of the deer. Now another really cool product that I use a lot whenever I'm cutting up wild game meat is actually this cuber over here from Weston. And this is basically the same thing, just a little bit more aggressive than what the needle tenderizer is. And we can just drop these steaks right down through here, put them right down through the cuber. You can see how it cuts those vertical slits right in the meat. And this is basically doing the same thing. It's tenderizing it almost just like a Swiss steak. Now we'll crisscross the pattern. We'll drop it in the opposite direction and we'll feed that right down through there, just like that. And then we'll cut it horizontally. And you can see how it's starting to pull those muscle fibers apart, starting to really tenderize that meat. Just flip our steaks over. You can see how we got them seared real good. On the lower side, we'll flip that one. This one in the back got a little bit hotter. Perfect. Add a little bit more seasoning. Leave it on that side for about 1 minute and our steaks are going to be ready. Now there's so many different products that you can make from a hind quarter of a deer. Now this is a jerky slicer by Weston. Looks really similar to the cuber, but the blade patterns are a little different. And when you feed that down through there, when it slices it out, what you're going to have here is just perfect strips of jerky. Now we're trimming up the sirloin tip. We're going to put it right here on our jerky board and knife set from High Mountain. Just take this razor sharp knife, cut straight back and forth, and look at that. Slices perfect strips of jerky. This right here is what the Love of the Hunt is all about. I mean, we're here on the back deck of my house, overlooking 2 biologic Clover Plus plots. We have all of our game processing equipment right here. You know, processing your own wild game animals can be fun, enjoyable, and very, very rewarding if you have the tools and the knowledge to do the job. If you have any questions about home processing, visit my blog page at loveofthehunttv.com.